morning, everyone. I see Morris and Stripe. Don says he saw both, as he refers to it, orange kitties. But I haven't seen Morris yet this morning, so hopefully I'll stop recording and he'll come. But Marty and Stripe are here. Hey, Martman. Hi, Martman. It's just a few minutes later and Morris did come. But he didn't come over to eat. I think he's okay. Morris, come here, honey. What did you think you saw, Stripe? Morris, good morning. How are we today? Did you go get your own breakfast or something? No, I'm not. Here, let me stop filming for a minute so you won't be... Hi. Okay, you look your normal self this morning. Hi. Hi, bud. Hi, bud. You want tummy? I have to move 6 inches closer or I can't reach the tummy. Hi. Is it the camera? Meh. Hi. Hi. Meh. Hi. Say I would have been a little more chill, Mom, if Stripe hadn't gone in search of something and moving. Hi, bud. Hi. Yeah, love you. Well, I've been out here for about an hour hand watering stuff. Pinching back the perennial border. Put out some new solar lights, like the ones I already had, but more of them. And I'm plenty hot and ready to be done. And yeah. Well, the impatiens look pretty here, and one of the reasons I plant them here is because the deer don't get them in this spot. They're sort of protected by the trees, the gardenia and the maples, but so many other places in the yard I had pretty impatiens and the deer have ate them. It's just super frustrating. But I keep watering them. They'll come back a little bit. Well, I would say anybody shooting off fireworks, any towns tonight, will be in good shape today and tomorrow as far as rain is concerned. But I hope everybody drinks enough water while they're out doing stuff this weekend. Morris did eat, maybe not as much as normal, but he did eat the canned food. And he seemed fine. I'm not worried about him. So what do you do when it's going to be 100 degrees today and it's too hot to do anything outside or suffer?
Oh, I know exactly. You go get ice cream.
That's right. So I still had that list from Grok of all the best ice cream places in the state. And as it turns out, this one's going to be kind of a repeat, but a different location. Right. The Simply Natural ice cream place in Wilson, their farm is in Ayden, and they have an ice cream stand at the farm. Right. So we are headed to Ayden, and I would like to say that we have not been to Ayden before as far as we know.
Does not ring a bell.
We're going to take back roads over there, Highway 210, stay off of 70 East and I-40 and 95 until we get to... I think it's either State Road 13 or U.S. Highway 13. And then we might come back the shorter way. But we're going to go back road, scenic rural North Carolina on a hot, crisp day.
We're going to take the back roads over there. I agree. 210 is, I think, we're going to go through Smithfield instead of, we're going to stay off the interstate. But on the way back, it just depends on what we find out, how long it takes. But we may take the... interstates back, so we're gonna go out slow and come back fast, maybe.
Yeah. Well, what is going on this morning?
Holy crap! They got a traffic light.
Right. I believe I told you that this was brand new. They had a really bad accident the day before they turned the light on. There was some speculation that after that accident, it's like, okay, we're just they had been covered with bags over them, but they came out here and put it in operation. So. Of course, the self-driving car doesn't care if there was a stoplight over there yesterday or not. It's just going to stop for the light.
Right.
So we're not gonna turn left here on Rawls Church Road, which is where the drone opener was, part of it was filmed, but we're gonna turn left on Chalibet Springs Road. I ought to make Dawn stop at the local convenience store so I can go in and ask the station on camera how to say it.
Good old boys would be glad to smile at a pretty girl and say, "Yes, ma'am, we pronounced it for you."
Oh, the tobacco's starting to flower out over here.
We'll be topping it soon.
Yeah, I have no idea if the drier conditions this year are better for the tobacco or worse for the tobacco. I mean, there certainly can be too dry for any farm plant, but...
Well, they do irrigate the tobacco, so I'm sure the farmer would appreciate more rain than not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically a weed, so it grows really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get out more, he goes, "I haven't seen that either."
Well,
I don't know that I had seen the new Exxon station there, Champs,
right.
but I had heard about it on Facebook as well.
Right. Well, we haven't been to Fayetteville in a while, or we haven't gone to Fayetteville this way in a while. I don't know why.
We haven't gone to Lillington in a while.
Right.
Maybe.
That would be the better way to say it, I guess. Lillington.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I thought we came home that way one day not too long ago, but different perspective on going the other direction, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. But there's lots of stuff going on. See, that's such a different view from Kansas.
Yeah.
Well, we got lots of farm fields in the middle of forests. That's
right.
You know, the difference. Is this solar?
Yes.
Sure looks.
That's solar. Yeah.
That sure looks like solar.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I didn't know we were near. We just went past it on the left. I didn't know we were near some big solar field over here.
I think Johnny and I had spotted that one time.
Okay.
In the winter time or something, I think you can see it. I remember there being solar panels down, solar farms down this way.
Okay. Well, there's one going into Anger, like right before you get to Anger. There's a solar field that we spot every time, you know, when we used to go to the dentist down there, but hadn't spotted it recently.
Well, solar's making plenty right now, which is probably good because we need, you know, air conditioners are running.
Yeah, there was a lot of, apparently, Duke put out some guidance that setting your heat pump to 78 or 80 would be a good idea during the heat wave, and you don't want to know the comments going on underneath there. None of them were nice or good or respectful, or they weren't. And as you may remember, Don and I let Duke manipulate our thermostat if they have a critical need.
Yeah.
But the problem is because Dawn keeps it on 76 all the time anyway. And just so you know, your fellow people in Fuquay, they prefer 68 or 70.
Oh yeah, baby.
And think that you're nuts.
Yes.
And then they complain about their bill more than you do. Anyway, so every time they want to turn ours off, before they turn it off, they crank it down to like 72 or 70 to cool the house, and cost us money and them energy to cool our house more than if they just cut it off where it is. I mean, you know, we can live with it even at 100 degrees outside. If it starts at 76 at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll be just fine for 30 to 60 minutes with the AC not running.
That's right.
Because that's all they turn it off for, is just during that real critical moment. Okay, so we go sit under the fan and I don't do housework, then it's fine. But anyway, the guidance didn't go over too well. I don't know if we're going to have a problem or not. I'm guessing not with the amount of sun and the solar that's been installed, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? With it being a holiday weekend, I think that means there's less industry running.
That's right.
And less businesses running. Like today's a day off for a lot of people, so it's not a typical industrial or even office complex day. So hopefully that helps a little bit.
Yep, all the above.
Where we saw the Wienermobile, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, right there on that corner last summer or summer before.
Oh, a couple summers ago for sure.
Yeah, and I think Andrew's known for its crepe myrtles downtown, and all these trees here with the pink flowers are crepe myrtles. And this Jack Marley Park, which is actually over here on the left, but there's a sign pointing for it. We've gone many a time with walked around the waterway over there to play Pokemon. There's a ton of...
Here it is.
Yeah, the town ball field. It's basically South Park for Andrew, but it has a little water feature. But yeah, you can see the crepe myrtle trees here. It's pretty.
Here comes the juniper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really warm day, and I'm appreciating the air conditioning.
The Cybertruck's saying 97 now.
Yeah.
Well, seriously, you know, Don and I aren't the kind of people that are gonna really hardly ever get up at 8 o'clock and be out the door at 9 to go walk before the summer heat sets in. That's just not our thing. And a lot of stuff we could have done today, but today really is either sit in the house in the air conditioning or sit in one of the Teslas in the air conditioning. And Don did ask me again, which car were we taking? Which vehicle were we taking? I think he knew what my answer was going to be. Well, my answer was I'd like to take Ruby and test.
That's right, she did say that.
FST V14 Lite. Except for why? Why are we not in Ruby today?
It's
because Ruby doesn't have it. Yeah, just like we also don't have either one of us an invite to X Money yet, even though we want to sign up for it. But that's okay. I'll just be over here minding my business, waiting for it to be my turn.
Yeah.
You think that's a farm? It looks like grass and not a crop to me.
That's right. It's a sod farm.
Right. Well, I guess they're allowed to turf. I guess they can water all they want if they take it out of the pond.
That's right.
So, you know, Don drove Robot to the dermatologist yesterday. And he just told me I used Amy. And I'm like, Amy? Huh? What?
Yeah. How soon we forget.
Seriously. Remind us about Amy.
Hey, Amy, close the sunshade.
Right. Yeah, he said his head was getting a little hot.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of the afternoon and he closed the sunshade.
It was, but the 1:30 appointment in Cary.
Yeah. So it's been used.
It's been used. I appreciate. Let me tell you, I noticed it, and I appreciated it. You know, that's I'm still very happy with that purchase. It really, even in that sun, it matches exactly. I mean, it's just good. In fact, my understanding is Tesla makes one in China.
Yeah, they make one now.
So I would be shocked.
I think you can order it in the U.S. too.
Yeah, I would be surprised that they don't make that available.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the one from Tesla isn't powered, but you know,
and it doesn't have LEDs, but it is crash tested.
But it is, yeah. So I guess I would. It's up to you. The power is all nice and all that stuff, but really. I could manually open it because I don't plan to open and close it 100 times. I mean, but it is handy to be able to open it at night, for example. And obviously, the LEDs are way cool. I guess we're keeping a secret. The other thing that we bought that hasn't been delivered yet, right? Yeah, we're keeping that secret.
Okay. So we're coming up on where 210 East meets I-40, and Don's going to have to intervene so that we don't get on I-40 because we don't want to. We wouldn't be doing this drive today if we wanted to take highway. We've tried turning off highways before, and that still doesn't really. The car is relentless in FSD and trying to take you the quickest way, and I want the.
Yeah, well, most of the time that's the right answer.
Right. Well, and I also want to say that I looked to see if 210 past 40 was an option, and it apparently thinks we're just as stupid is
for wanting to go. You that option.
We got 3 options for how to get there, and that's not one of the 3.
Not one of them. Oh, I'm sure we're going to pay a price for taking 210. It's going to be just like this.
But tonight when you're sitting beside me on the couch, it'll be Donnie. You'll look over my shoulder while I have Tesla Fi up, and I'll say, Donnie, look at that little circle we did.
That's right.
That looks really good. So there's that. The Donnie tried to get Grok to make it so we stayed on 210 all the way to near Goldsboro. And Grok said, I'm not allowed to do that. Tesla navigation picks the fastest route. But we did go in and turn on, avoid highways. We've just crossed over I-40, which is down there.
Yeah.
And now it's got us on 210. Not on 40, not on 95, not on 70, but stay on 210.
Right. Grok did tell us to go in and put avoid highways. It did remind us that. Marianne did go in there and do that.
Well, we knew about it, but the last time we tried it, it didn't help.
That's right.
But that didn't mean it wasn't going to help today, and apparently today it helped. So,
So we didn't get an intervention. We've gone 19 miles now, intervention free.
Right, and let's just say that on the Blue Ridge Parkway, we probably should have gone in and changed that. Maybe there's a voice command to change that setting.
Yeah.
It's not too hard to hit it, but under the settings for navigation. But we'll have to, between the two of us, maybe we can remember to do that, because we want to do that a lot more than you would think.
Right. Well, at least either on the way out or the way back, one or the other.
Yeah.
So it's probably almost every trip we take, or these little local things, jaunts we do.
Yeah.
We're going to have to toggle that thing to get it to do it.
Yeah.
Because it will pretty much take you back the same way you went in a lot of cases. You have
Boring.
But normally it always throws up those alternate routes, and so we just pick one of the alternate routes, so it's easy to sort of make a circle.
I'm so glad we're at the point in our life where we don't have to get from point A to point B in the absolute fastest split second possible. I'm so glad to be off that treadmill.
Are we there yet?
Well, that might still happen, but yeah, Yeah, there's tobacco, but I rolled down the window because I have my microphone on, so hopefully that helps.
Here's your
and
crepe
they're
myrtles.
Crepe myrtles, I could see them, are so pretty. So pretty. I don't know where all they do and don't grow, but former family tried to grow them in New York State, and that's a definite no-go. They really probably like heat and humidity.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so you're not going to find them, I don't think, outside of the South. I've never seen them anywhere but around here. I don't know where else they grow. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, maybe the peninsula of Florida.
Oh, I'm sure anything, even
Hot
Virginia.
and humid.
Yeah, Virginia even is probably not so cold that it causes a problem.
Right, well, Virginia, especially closer to the coast.
Yeah.
Hey, Grok. What's the growing radius and zone for crepe myrtle trees that we're seeing in North Carolina today?
Crepe myrtle trees thrive in North Carolina's USDA hardiness zones 6 through 9, matching our local climate perfectly today. Their canopy spread, or growing radius, varies by variety from 3 feet for dwarfs to 15 or 20 feet for larger trees, with shallow fibrous roots extending roughly that width or a bit beyond.
Yeah, I guess I meant by growing radius, what states would you typically find them growing in? And I know North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, but where else? Like, I've been to Texas, and I don't think they grow. I've seen them in Texas. Maybe it gets too hot. The summer heat's a little too much for them there.
You'll find crepe myrtles across the southern United States, from Virginia and Maryland down through the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. They're even Texas's state shrub. They handle Texas heat brilliantly, being drought tolerant and thriving in full sun there. No problem at all.
All right, well, I learned something new. Thank you, Grok. Goodbye.
Oh, thank you, car.
Yeah, I pretty much, a guy pulled out of the driveway, and Case got over a foot, a few inches, dipped to the right because that person was infringing on our lane.
Right, he did not cross the double yellow line, but Case said, that looks like a pretty tight turn. I think I'm going to give you a little wider berth in it, just like I would have done.
Well, I didn't know just how pretty the crepe myrtles were going to be today, but basically every flowering shrub, short 15-foot tree you're seeing today with flowers is a crepe myrtle.
Yeah, no matter what color it is.
They are beautiful and prolific and not really considered invasive. They pretty much grow where you plant them. The only argument we have here about them is should you prune them or not. And I am in the don't prune them crowd, but there are places every year they come and they put them within 3 feet of their life and then want them to regrow. And yeah, no, that's not what in my opinion, that's not right. You'll see that in a lot of shopping centers and stuff. How about we plant the right tree for the space and then we don't need to butcher it? Would be good, but I don't know, if it's not growing well after 10 or 15 years and you want to do a little pruning and try to improve upon it, I guess I get it. I don't know. I see what some of the shopping centers do and I'm not a fan. Let me leave it there. But yeah, it's gorgeous. So if we wanted to know, taking a drive on July 4th weekend is really great time to go look at the crepe myrtles.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, didn't realize it was going to be quite that pretty out here today, but it is.
Definitely have added some color.
Don's trying to figure out the crop in the field, and
well, that looked like
I think that was soybeans.
Yeah,
that very last field, but maybe not the field before.
Yeah, not the one before.
The bottom line is they're all pretty desperate for rain right now and not looking very good. Yeah, we don't have any crepe myrtles in our yard because they like full sun. So the absolute only place we could have a flowering crepe myrtle would be right where the bird bath is. And then it would look like this, and we just have the one thing there. As we just don't have enough sun. There's actually a 2-foot tall one that's been 2 foot tall for 5 years. That's down by the mini flag as you come onto the driveway. Don's asked about it a few times, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the crepe myrtle we have that doesn't do anything because it's in the shade.
Yeah.
And I really mean doesn't do anything. Oh, there's longhorns.
Yeah. Gonna go right through.
We're in Smithfield now, and Don and I have done the Neuse River Trail there. This is where the Ava Gardner Museum is, right? Isn't that here?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
We're coming up on the outlets. I told Don we probably should swing into the Smithfield Supercharger. As it ends up, we're going to be going pretty much right past it just to get case I charged in Smithfield badge.
Sure.
The local courthouse. Yeah, besides getting our supercharger bad, let's see how we park at the supercharger today. So there was a post on Tesla Divas yesterday where it looked like Halifax, but it wasn't. It was a solar canopy spot. And the diva just said, why are people backed in to pull in spaces? And I think she was genuinely just curious. And the divas, of course, were throwing out reasons why that might be. But I was the first person, and I think the only person that said, oh, that's just how FSD parked and the people don't want to break their FSD streak. To which one person, and this is, headbang, said, what's an FSD streak? So, anyway, I don't know. I thought it was cute. I mean, if they're not sticking out so far that they're in jeopardy of being hit or causing a traffic flow problem, I don't care how and not blocking more than one space, I don't really care how they're parked at the supercharger.
Right.
I didn't even get mad when ICE vehicle parks at a supercharger. Some people will post on Facebook, there's an ICE car at the supercharger and the whole supercharger's empty except for them and the one ICE vehicle. I just don't feel, yes, flags of the fallen here. I don't feel the need to care. Yeah, flags for heroes like Fuquay does. Very nice. Very similar setup. I'm going to say we came to this one time down here by the community college and looked at those, but they were a little easier to get to, or we've seen them one other time or something.
Right, I think so.
Anyway, I don't know, but there's been a lot of Teslatino posted backing into a parking space somewhere, not at a supercharger, but he pulled into the white or excuse me, the blue lines in between two other cars. It wasn't really a parking space. And they're going to fix parking. They just haven't done it yet. And the only reason I comment on it is because everything else is so great. There's not really anything else to comment on. And yeah, the supercharger here in Smithfield is at the Sheets.
Yeah.
So we're home at like 40-something%.
Yeah,
so we don't need to charge, but Don's going to plug in for me. Because he loves his girl.
That's exactly right.
That's right. We've been here with... Ruby's probably plugged in here, and Jules. I don't think Robot. Or you think it was Robot?
No, it was Jules.
It was Jules. I've been here by myself with Ruby, and even when it's just me, I stop and I plug in too. And then Dawn has been here with Jules. Well, it's pretty busy. I didn't say there wasn't room for us to plug in, but it's pretty busy.
Well, this might help the parking situation. Meaning that there's was only one stall. Is that what it says?
I think there's only one stall.
I can't see.
There is only one stall. Yep. I don't know how the Cybertruck's gonna. There's two stalls.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Cybertruck's gonna pull this off, but let's watch it. But you're right.
Watch and learn.
There's not so many that it can't handle it. So we're pulling. It's all. Are they all stealth gray Model Ys?
I guess it's also.
I mean, serious.
Version 2.
It's like stealth gray, stealth gray, stealth gray, and another stealth gray.
I think it backed up far enough, by the way.
Well, that would be convenient.
Yeah.
We're sticking way out in comparison to the Model Ys, but it might be back far enough.
There's only so much you can do, sweetheart.
We'll find out in a minute. You still have your mic on, by the way, and I'm still recording. So
okie dokie. Thank you.
You can keep talking.
All right, so here we go. It looks like it's going to reach.
Hear it, but...
This is version 2. You can always tell by the silver band.
So
it is reaching perfectly. I would give this
out of order stall
not an A+, but an A.
In at another available
it's not exactly
stall.
Straight, but it did really well splitting the distance.
Unfortunately, I can't. Yeah, this one's out of order.
Oh, this one's out of order.
Are we at 2A?
We're at 4A.
Okay. Okay. 2A's out of order, which is why it said only one available, even though we saw 2 open.
Right.
That's because 2A over there is out of service.
Right. And does it say how much it is?
43 cents a kilowatt hour.
Holy crap!
Well, I-95 is a half mile in that direction, and Smithfield Prime Outlets, where Crocs and Carolina Pottery and stuff is over here.
Right.
And you can see on a holiday weekend with people coming off of I-95 to charge that it's really busy here. So,
right.
Yep.
So
he wants to know if he can unplug.
Right. That's why I'm trying. Or do you need to go in and do anything?
No, I'm good, and you can unplug. Especially with it being this busy, we don't want to block a charger.
All right.
Thank you, Donnie.
You're welcome.
30 cents, baby. 30 cents.
We'll probably put in about as much electricity as we preheated to get here, preconditioned to get here.
You're right. Don wants to be able to turn off preconditioning when we don't care about charging speed. And I guess you can remove charging stops. We could have navigated to the Sheets, but not the supercharger. I mean, it can be done if it's super important, like in the wintertime and you're worried about, I don't know, range, but don't care about charging speed or something. But most of the time.
Well, we didn't hurt our streak.
Yeah, we didn't hurt our streak. Okay, that's good.
And here we go. She's going to go back out the same way.
The car beside us started to move at the exact same time, but that's all right.
Slow.
He was driving, FSD took off, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically like we're this close to I-95 and holiday traffic. Get me out of here!
Well, this is another one of those things. Those were all newer cars, Model Ys.
Yes.
There's a version 3 supercharger they could have hit. But they came here because people do not understand version 2 versus version 3.
So which one? Benson, or where else are you thinking they were going to go?
We can pull it up. You better do something here. It looks like it's going to try to pull us back in there.
I don't understand. Hang on.
Well, maybe not. I'm just saying be careful.
It just has the creamery and home as navigation. So whatever it's going to do, it needs to do.
Well, I was just a little concerned.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is the way I thought we were going to go in right there.
Right. Well, there are obviously other superchargers, but so if you're traveling down 95, you probably want to.
Well, that's what
you could have stopped in Benson. That's at a hotel. There's no amenities there per se. Or you could wait to Goldsboro. I don't know what the Goldsboro charger.
Well, that's all I was really trying to do is that.
Stop it. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Along 95, you have plenty of choices. You can look to see the maximum kilowatts, and if it's 150, you know it's version 2. If it doesn't say 250, then you probably can pick another supercharger. They are close enough together on I-95 that you probably aren't going to run out of charge before you get to the next supercharger. They're that frequent.
Right. Well, let me clear it up for you, okay? If you're coming into North Carolina from the north, you're coming on I-95 south, okay? Stop in Halifax at the supercharger that has, help me out here, John, watermelon jelly bean. It's got 60 stalls.
Oh, right. Without
okay? It's an easy in, easy out. They got Dunkin' Donuts. They got pizza there. They got clean restrooms. There's just no place else to charge. And then you won't have to stop till you're in South Carolina again because...
Right, and my recommendation, if you don't want to stop at Halifax, you want to get a little further, Kenly.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. It's the second one to stop at is the Kenly 95.
Because it's got a canopy, it's kind of in the shade, you've got that, it's a little bit more of a walk to the amenities, but you actually have plenty of amenities because inside that food court, inside that great big truck stop, and it's a very nice place. Plus, it's an experience to visit. If you haven't been to that quote truck stop, it's like no other truck stop I've ever been to.
Yep, I totally agree. Do not stop where we just were at Smithfield's unless you know your wife says we're stopping at the Smithfield Outlet Center.
Oh, right.
And that's going to cost you a half an afternoon, and you can just drop her off and come back and supercharge while she goes to the Crocs Outlet and Carolina Pottery.
I'm sure
Benson is a hotel. Don't waste your time with Benson. I don't know what else is on. Well, Fayetteville and Lumberton, there's a Cracker Barrel down there. So, but really, like Donnie said, Kenly 95 had the food court where everyone in the family can just go get what they want and take it back to the car.
That's right. And the other thing, as you get south, I'm not so familiar, the Fayetteville charger, depending on which way you're going, is not bad because it's pretty convenient. It's behind the Cracker Barrel. And then...
well, there's two down there now.
There's two down there now. And the other thing is, what, Lumberton?
Lumberton.
And you better be careful with that one because if it's it's another one of those, if it's the 125, version 2, 120, 150 kilowatts, stay away from that. Because not only is it slow, it's very convoluted to get to. You can't just drop off of 95, jump in there and leave. It's like that Mallard Creek. You got to drive everywhere. I'm hoping that they've put another... Well, I guess I would just go to south of the border there, down there, just south of, in South Carolina, they've got another one, big one like the Halifax. In fact, I think it's bigger than Halifax.
I was just trying to see, and I'm over too far. I'm trying to get back over.
Poor kitten.
Yeah, there's, well, you know what? Somehow today, we don't have north as north set, and it's confused me a couple of times.
Sure, I understand.
Did you do that?
I didn't do it on purpose.
On
if
purpose?
I did it, I haven't anything.
I don't think north is north today. So we're not headed north, but it looks like, well, how can I fix, oh, here it is. It's down here in the Cybertruck. Yeah, there, now north is north. Okay, that would be so much better for me. And I'm going to put charging back on. And I sort of just wanted to follow 95. So just to be clear, there's Fayetteville, I guess Hope Mills, or that's probably also called Fayetteville. There's actually two in the Lumberton area now.
Right.
Okay, that I didn't realize there were two. There's Lumberton and there's these two chargers. And I'm just following it down to the South Carolina border, and then after you cross the border,
there it is.
I'm trying to figure out which one that is. That's Dillon.
Dillon.
Okay, so here's the scoop. Halifax, Kenley, or wait till Dillon in South Carolina if you're coming through on 95. I wouldn't mess with any of the other superchargers unless you don't have a choice.
That's right.
Most of the corn doesn't look real great, but this field is a little better off than some. You know, we know a couple people, Scott had mentioned it, and I think our friend Janet over at Horse and Buddy, you got to get your hay lined up this year because there might not be a second hay crop.
A second cutting.
Second cutting, yeah. And it's a little hazy today.
It is.
It looks a little hazy. We got all these beautiful crepe myrtle trees. But then we got the little bit of the haze, and you can definitely tell that things are crispy out here. You can just you can see the dry.
Absolutely.
You can see the dry. So we're 24 miles and 30 minutes away, and it should be. We had just that little jog of busier area, and now we're back on the back roads again.
Yeah.
All right, we have no cell service out here, so I put Starlink up. Not dealing with that mess no more. Gotta have service. Well, I'm just looking for Pokestops, but when your phone quits working, it quits working. We just went past the small solar array. Actually, there's two. There's one there, and we're fixing to come up on. There's one there. We just went past, and we're fixing to come up on another one.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, and Don said it looks a little more green here. I agree. It's a little less dusty, hazy, and a little more.
Yeah, I think they got a little. This is one of those places, lucky places, that got a little
bit more. There's the rest of the solar. No idea whose solar, but there's some solar.
Yeah. I think it's all fixed. Yeah, those are all fixed mounts. That's not the ones that pivot.
Piggly Wiggly. The AB store, a Family Dollar, and the Dollar General.
Yeah.
We're in small town, North Carolina. Now, Dad used to stop and get meat in Monroe all the time at the Piggly Wiggly. He could get some, you know how I come home with those big steaks from Harris Teeter? Yeah. That's what he would come home from the Piggly Wiggly with. And the guy was in there cutting it. It wasn't brought into the store. None of this pre-cut, shrink-wrapped old stuff. He was cut it fresh. Dad would go in there all the time. We're in Snow Hill.
Oh, is that where
we're coming up on Farmville in 13 miles, Donnie.
Yeah,
that's where the glass factory is, ECU Outreach, you know. We're not too far from. I told Don Greenville was going to be north of where we were going today.
Drugs.
Oh, Reload Drugs?
Reload Drugs, right back there. And don't you order it from Greenville? Isn't that where it comes?
It comes from New Bern.
New Bern.
Marty's prescription comes from New Bern. Yep, the compounding pharmacy is in New Bern. I know North Carolina has 100 counties, and I could probably name 30 of them.
Yeah.
At least, I'm sure I could name 30 of them. You could too, if you thought about some of those Indian names and stuff. You could. But we're in green with an E on the end, so 3 E's. And I don't know that I ever realized there was a Green County before.
Right.
I guess Greenville is in Greene County, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, apparently Snow Hill, however, is the county seat because that's where all the county offices were.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, Rainbow Meadow Farms that we've bought from, they're kind of a little closer to Kinston, but I think the farm is in Snow Hill.
Right.
They have a luncheonette in Kinston. Piskywig, something or other. Yeah. Kind of makes me feel like we're in Kansas, but with more trees. Well, I mean, we've passed chicken houses, and we passed some cattle, and we've passed dairy farm, and we passed, you know, lots of soybean and corn and some tobacco, and now we're going to go to the dairy farm.
That's right.
I mean, it really is all, mostly pretty much all farmland out here.
Yeah, a fair amount.
Yeah, but lots of trees. See, our fields have trees surrounding them, and they're not nicely shaped. They go with the land and the water and the... Yeah. There's nothing straight lined out here. If you tried to make a straight line, you couldn't make a straight line.
Trouble. Yeah, if it is straight like this, it goes up and down, up and down,
they're doing something out there with the tobacco. They're probably topping it.
It's very possible.
Although today is not the day to be in the field with your knife cutting the flowers off.
Well, yeah.
Well, the flowers, first I got to get rid of the flowers, then they got to come and take the leaves off. You know, they will process it a few times.
Yeah.
And usually but with workers by hand.
Yeah.
And another thing you may not know is Eastern North Carolina is full of pork.
Yeah.
If you want to go get you a whole pig for your barbecue or get you some pork, you will not have any problems out this way doing that.
Yeah, lots of pork.
Lots of pork. The chickens are actually Purdue and Tyson and stuff is actually more down toward Charlotte and Monroe.
Right.
And not known. We've gone past some birdhouses. Don't misunderstand. But down by Monroe, my God, it's like cornfield chickens. Cornfield chickens. It's just non-stop, but not quite that much here. You got pork here. Yeah, I see the big
center pivot. That's actually a center pivot. You can tell it's anchored on this end. You can see it's running. Yeah,
they can't see it probably too good through the window, but yeah, there's one of those large irrigation systems that goes in a circle out there.
Yep.
Although I don't see the classic circle on the map, Donnie.
Yeah, well, it may not be a nice circle.
It is on though out there. It is pumping water.
Yeah. That's soybeans.
Yeah, that's soybeans.
And he was spraying them. I don't know. I didn't know you worried about it. Weed control or insects on soybeans.
Soybeans. I don't know. We should be pulling. Whoa, where is this guy? We should be pulling up to the farm any minute now. Carson Edwards Road.
Yeah, well,
so we looked up the family picture on the website. It looked like two brothers, each married to a really pretty wife, each had a daughter, and each had two sons. And someone in the family had done an excellent job. I think it was one of the wives.
Obviously.
Of white shirt, soft blue shirt or soft yellow shirt, kind of Easter colors.
Yeah.
And it was a great family portrait. And you could tell the one guy works out in the field because he had a little bit of a hat, suntan.
Yeah.
You could see where it come down on his forehead. It was a little paler, and as he got told to take his hat off for the picture.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I mean, yeah, it was great.
Very cute. Them fellas, they got them all pond in the front yard.
Well, we won't be taking a tour today, but they do host birthday parties here. They had, this is, I think, part of it. They do have tours and a hayride and things for kids. This is all them things for kids to do here. It's a little bit like the Vollmer farm, but not.
Right.
Simply Natural Creamery. Yep, I agree. It's the next entrance. And of course, right here is out front is the, the big building is where the ice cream is.
That's right. Welcome.
They're also in New Bern, Morehead City. There's another spot too. They've got several locations. The one in Wilson that we were at last week.
Oh my goodness, is it going to pull straight in after it's going to make a liar out of me? It's making a liar out of me. I said it never would face pull into a parking place. It's like always wants to back in, but I guess I've been proved wrong.
Just when you think you know, you don't really know.
You remember, Robot backed into the garage and has never been backed in before. I don't know.
Right. No,
I know you could do such things.
I understand why you said that. I do. That's just admiring the landscaping.
You're just jealous.
Not something you said, hello. Not something you'd thought of.
No.
But I did. Oh, I can smell the waffle cones from out here. We never get waffle cones, but God, they smell good. Pass on the front porch today, but I bet that's nice sometimes out of the year.
Oh no, I might not pass.
You might not pass. What did you get now?
I got the number 1 and the number 2.
Cellar.
Cellar.
So what is it?
The top one is the salty caramel, the number 2 cellar.
Okay.
And the number 1 cellar, butter pecan.
Okay. Well, I got a Cow EQ milkshake. Looking good. There's all the good stuff. We didn't come prepared to take any of it home today either. I just wanted to say both locations have these really great murals.
Yeah.
In the stores. He brought us to this place and gave us this land, a land flowing with milk and honey. And I can't see the scripture name and verse, but that's nice. They had that at the other location too. And here, lots of kids and families coming in for air conditioning and ice cream today. Nice stop.
I agree.
I smell the cows.
Did I remember that scent? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I smell the cow. I don't see the cow. There's a couple of cows over there. I smell the cows. It's okay. It was good. It's nice to know where your milk came from. Your cream. Did you climate keep?
Yes, I did.
Oh, God, thank God.
Do I look like
I know I forgot about it, so I'm sure I'm glad you had us covered.
Do I look like a crazy man?
What I was going to say is all the local farms, all the North Carolina farms, the gotta be NC, they need to do this to help pay for the land and the taxes and stuff. This is a way to keep the farm in the family.
Yeah, you're not going to survive.
They got to have these little ice cream and sell stuff things to supplement the farming. So we try to support them versus going to a chain for ice cream.
Yep, well, I'm coming over here to check this out. This little parking place, I got a feeling that's for an electric golf cart. If I had to guess, that's what this is for, charging a golf cart. Yeah, I would say so. And so they probably have a golf cart they run around on the property with, and it's just not here right now. I guess, you know, that was a locking, L30 locking plug. Maybe it's a truck. They can plug it into a refrigeration truck and run the refrigerator. That cord, however, doesn't look super long, but you could tell there's somebody parked there. Anyway, she's picking out something else to do, and I'm trying to walk off those carbohydrates from that ice cream. It's plenty warm out here, but you know, if you don't have to do physical labor, you know, you can take. I got my hat on because let me tell you, the sun is intense. People comes in quite a bit. Looks like they've got another little place. Marianne says something about they do weddings and stuff here or something like that. They have one of those great big bouncy things. And they have a little baby cow over here. His name is Talaboons. I can't see that far. Let me get up there and read it. Actually, it's going to be a she. Taliana, I guess. Whatever. She's cute. Has her own little dog house. Calf house, I guess. I'm going to skip the petting. I guess that's for the tractorized farm tour. And the cows are over there underneath the shade, which makes total sense. Looks like another little area here. It's nice. Simply natural. I'd give them an A+. I'd easily come back here, especially in a cooler time of the year or a cooler part of the day. Right now it's pretty intense.
Yeah, well, if I had, you know, Johnny and Sam were younger, this was not as big as the Volmer farm, but it's, you know, certainly something to do.
Yeah, I agree.
It's kind of like what that guy, Dylan, over there at Twig and Brock Nursery said he wanted to do. We're making a little destination for local families out there and, you know, the fields, the countryside, rural area to come and hang out and have ice cream.
You know, the other thing would complement them well is coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, just add coffee to the thing.
They had a nice movie in there up on the big screen.
Yeah.
Don was watching it. I didn't even know till he said something about they got some great drone footage of the farm in the video.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed the ice cream making process and the cow milking process and the land.
Yeah.
The land. So I plugged in Rainbow Meadow Farms' deli in Kinston, which is not too far from here. And then I plugged in the Kinston supercharger and the Goldsboro supercharger because we're out here, so we might as well pick them all up.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I don't know if we've been to both of them for sure or not. I probably will be. I'd let you know when we get there if we've been there before or not.
That's right.
I mean, all those times we used to come down to ECU in December or November and cold nights and in Ruby, and there was no supercharger in Greenville or anywhere out this way, and we had to. Well, one time I think we went to North Hills, Raleigh instead of just going straight home. We needed a charge and we stopped in Raleigh on the way.
Exactly correct.
Now, of course, we got vehicles with more range, and there's so many superchargers out here you would never be without a place to charge if you did any sort of listening to the car or planning at all. So,
yeah.
But anyway, it's a little jog south to Kinston and then west to Goldsboro on the way home, back home. And it'll bring us on 70. Yeah, the Cybertruck says it's 90. We'll see how after it.
That's 99.
Excuse me. Yes, it's 90.
And
it's 99.
We're not in the urban heat island effect. We're out in the countryside. Now we're out in the sun. Don't misunderstand, but the air temperature is plenty warm here.
Yeah. Well, I've enjoyed our little countryside tour today. Little country tour. So you pronounce it for me.
Deuteronomy.
Right, that was the Bible book that I thought it was DAT, but we asked Rob to help figure it out, and DUT sounds the closest to what my eyes thought they saw.
Okay.
So I had read the verse out loud, but couldn't quite. There were so many people between me and the end of the mural that I couldn't get over there to read it, and it was kind of small.
Led them to the land of milk and honey. Yeah, that's in Deuteronomy.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you need to know something about the Bible, Don's your man.
Well, I don't know that, but I've read and studied it, quite a bit during my religious phase. Let's just leave it at that.
Yes. Well, if I ever need to know anything about the Bible or clarify something, I normally just ask Don. So yeah. It's kind of like doing math for him. He just sort of starts. You know how I spit out trees and flower identification and stuff? Don will start spitting out, books of the Bibles.
Yeah, they're all green to me. They're just green.
Yeah. Oh, no, you impressed me back in the day when you knew what a Chevrolet was.
Yeah, I knew what a Chevrolet was.
I was like, say what? I'm like, where did that come from?
It's one of those useless bits of information that got stuck.
Yeah, because you lived in Florida for a bit.
Because I lived in Florida,
where all those tropical plants
all those tropical plants, that's right.
Or in Kinston now, which is where the deli is. Whiskey Barrel something. We'll get the name right when we get out. Again, this is the Rainbow Meadow Farm people, and I believe the farm is in Snow Hill, which is about 19 miles from here. What I was going to say is, obviously you can tell this town has its roots in tobacco. There was a Mother Earth Motor Lodge back there. There's Mother Earth Brewing. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Here it is. Whiskey Pig. Craft butchery, restaurant, and deli. Holy moly, is it really going to park in this parallel parking this spot right in front of the deli?
Yeah, baby.
Holy.
Hang on to your hat.
I've parallel parked a couple times in my life, but I don't parallel park.
It's a little tight. Is it going to make it?
It's close to the curb back there.
I don't know.
I don't know if it didn't like the cars or it's upset about the car coming around it, I would guess. There's not enough room behind us.
Well, there's nobody waiting. They're going around us, so I'm just going to let it sit here for
I would say the truck does not have enough room and you should take over and move us to a safe spot. Nice try though, truck. If there had been just another foot, we would have been in that spot.
I agree.
It looks like it's supposed to be Noah's Ark or something. It had a native plant garden there. Wherever you want to go is fine. I don't mind if we walk a short bit.
We probably will. I think this is public parking.
I see nothing saying we can't park here.
I think this is public parking. So we're just going to go over here and park on the nice wide parking place on the
All right, sounds good to me.
Show off the Cybertruck.
Yeah, that was a nice try there. It really was. And maybe that one in front of that, but they were just like a foot too small. Needed another foot. It tried. It tried nobly. I don't know how long. So what is that thing over there? I mean, I think it's supposed to look. It looks like a cross between Noah's Ark.
That's a Civil War.
It looks like a cross between Noah's Ark and a submarine.
Right. It was the Merrimack was those ironclads.
Okay.
During the Civil War.
All right.
That's a somewhat replica of an ironclad.
Well, we can look over there on the way out of the Risky Barrel.
Monitor.
They've closed. They're supposed to be open until 4. Oh, well. We tried. This site dedicated in honor of Theodore Ted Lane Sampley, a true patriot whose tireless efforts forged the way for the replica CSS Noose as she appears today. So this is the a replica of CSS Noose.
Right, which is an ironclad. It looked a lot like the Merrimack, so it's easy. I get it. I didn't know there was a noose.
Yeah. We're in North Carolina, so there's going to be a lot of Civil War, a lot of colonial stuff, and even more Civil War stuff. So look out for fire ants here. I mean, they've got a thing to come up and look at it, so I assume they meant for you to walk on the grass. I'm kind of surprised they don't have a walkway down the side of the garden. Native plants versus, you know, invasive plants. See, that looks like the stuff in my yard. What I thought was cut leaf coneflower. It's just already flowering and mine is not. But it's very similar. Yeah, there's a little marker over here too.
So apparently some people put some serious work in the restoration of this. I'm going to go walk around the other
sure.
side.
Was the original one wood?
Yeah, it
Like
was
this
covered.
one?
Yeah, so it was wooden with iron plates. They're mimicking the iron plate. That just looks like some kind of roofing material.
Okay. Well, I'm glad there was something to see here since we made the effort to come downtown.
Yeah, it's only open on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. And today would be Friday.
Yeah, and it's also a holiday weekend. It may not be open tomorrow.
Now, there's some taller buildings here.
I'm impressed. You know, that's like 6 stories right there.
And all the downtowns we've been through today have up at least some sort of celebratory banners for 250. Wow, they have. Are we making a left here?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to make a left here. Don's driving because he has instructions. They have their theater and their marquee still, and that excites me.
Yes, ma'am.
Monroe has now restored the Center Theater. I have not been back, I don't think. Maybe the one time when they were working on it at least.
They were working on it.
That's where I saw Purple Rain when I was in high school. So I have a sentimental attachment to that theater.
There's a sign across the way. Something I can't.
Birth of Funk.
Funk. Okay.
I don't know. I can't quite make it out, Don.
Well, I can't see that far. I see birth of. I mean, there's no doubt.
It definitely says Birth of Funk.
Okay.
Innovative musicians from is the line underneath that. So But yeah, there's the theater. Very nice. That's great. I think every old town oh, there's Realo again too. So Realo obviously has their base down east.
Right.
With the compounding pharmacy being in New Bern. It's a North Carolina.
Oh, it told me to stop.
Yeah, it was getting upset you were creeping into the intersection at the red light. How dare you drive yourself and not, you know.
Chamber of Commerce.
Yep, Lenoir County. Now, I don't know why this is the Lenoir, but that's the old United States, the original old historic post office is what that was. Well, there's an awful lot of empty buildings here. Awful lot of empty buildings. But it doesn't look...
It's pretty tidy.
That's what I was going to say. It doesn't look run down even though they're closed. There's not like graffiti everywhere. It doesn't reek of crime. So I guess this is just some sort of a apartment complex. So what's on the left?
It says lease now.
Yeah, well, whatever it was, it's now an apartment complex.
Kinston Library.
Kinston Towers, it says. Yeah, the public library's here, and there was a historic church. And look at this nice house. I realize nice is relative when it's boarded up and it needs to be painted, but...
Yeah, but it's a real
nice house.
All it takes is money.
Yeah. Hopefully... Well, I would say hopefully someone will buy it and fix it up, but I think they got to get a little more economic incentive here for that to happen. So Dawn is now kicked in. There's Brightspeed. I told you guys the other day, Brightspeed is a bad name in Fuquay. People are not happy with them. But Dawn has kicked in FSD to get us to the Kinston supercharger now.
Right. I don't exactly understand why she's turning this way, but she knows better than I. Oh, that's because it was navigated to the sandwich shop. I was expecting to keep going the way we were going, but that's because it detoured, or more or less had to do a jog to get to the sandwich shop before the supercharger. Now we're going to the more direct route to the supercharger.
Yeah, I think they had corned beef sandwiches, and now I've got a hankering that wasn't satisfied. So I was not going to cook dinner tonight, and we were going to get
she'd already schemed a way out of dinner.
I'd already schemed a way out of cooking dinner.
Ha!
Oh well.
Well, maybe your husband can figure out something we can do.
It's okay. I got hamburgers to make for us. It's not the end.
Shouldn't have said that.
It's not the end of the world. I just kind of I wanted to try something different. Today was about new and different, and I just,
Yeah.
I get it. I would say keep the hours you publish, but
it's a holiday today, sweetheart.
Yeah, but they were in there. They just closed early.
Right. Well, they also, I'm not defending them. You have to pay double time for employees on holidays.
Tomorrow's the holiday.
No. Today.
If you're open tomorrow and you're closed tomorrow's the holiday.
Well,
only office workers like IBM where you're... No.
Hey, Grok. Oh, he can't do... We should be. Hey, Grok. Is today a national holiday?
Yes, today is Friday, July 3rd, 2026, and it's observed as a federal holiday for Independence Day since the 4th falls on a Saturday. Federal offices and many businesses are closed.
Yep. So they have to pay time and a half.
Right. Well, my only point was I would have understand if they closed today, but seeing that somebody was in there cleaning up and they had locked the doors early is the problem. Either be all the way closed or all the way open, maybe not in between.
Well, it's a sandwich shop.
It's okay.
It does lunches.
I just wanted to eat there.
You just wanted... that's fried cracky. If they would have stayed open to their published hours, you'd have been good.
God, there's another Realo in there, so they are like
Sounds frustrating when places don't stick to their hours.
That's right.
Especially on a holiday like today.
If
it's a chain sandwich...
Yeah, well also, sorry Grok, but also I might point out it's a place where you eat, and those places tend to stay open when people are out doing stuff and wanting to eat. But anyway, I'll suck it up, Marianne.
Yeah.
Suck it up, girl.
That's right. The world's not fair.
Nope, it's not. All right, we're going to compromise. This one's out of Smithfields, and we like to support them too because they support Tesla. So maybe we'll get us a pint of barbecue. It seems like a barbecue kind of a day.
Yeah. Well, it is the 4th of July weekend.
Yep. There's the sign for the Smithfields.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how we park over here.
Yeah. These are version 3s. I'm impressed.
Got a Mach-E charging.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Smithfields around the state either have a destination charger or a supercharger. The Warsaw on the way to the beach.
Wonderful.
You think?
Yeah, Case did great.
Okay.
It got really close. That's what is required to do this. To park here, you got to get really close.
Okay. Ruby got 2026.20.6.1. She was on 2026.20.6. And oh, by the way, this is not FSD V14 Lite. I got really excited and now I'm really bummed. I don't know that the Mach-E actually charged. I don't know. I really don't think she charged. I don't know what she's going to do different, but she's going to try that charger. Well, you know, it's highly unlikely if she couldn't get it to work on one that she's going to get it to work on the other. I don't know. Plugged in over there, sat in the car for a while, and got back out, and she obviously didn't charge.
Poor thing.
So I don't know. I don't think there's anything we could have done to have helped her.
Yeah.
Or we would have. Like, it's version 3, so it should work. She had an adapter.
Right.
You know, just saying, it would take that happening to me one time and I would be so upset if I really needed that charge. There's just no way I would sign up for that. There's no way.
I'll have to ask Kyle what the common faux pas people make at Tesla superchargers when they're charging with the CCS adapter.
Right, because obviously Don would have loved to have gotten her going.
I would.
Don was like, do you want me to walk over there? And I'm like, well, if you don't really feel like you have any value to add, then probably not.
Right.
But.
Well, also, and it's 100 and how much out? 105 right now?
It says 106 on the asphalt here. It's plenty warm.
Standing out there mansplaining something to some woman is not on my list.
I let you off the hook. I didn't even suggest it.
I wanted to help. Like,
Yep.
that one, we were in Kansas, and that was a version 2. It had the silver ring, version 2. And that guy came up in that Chevy Equinox or whatever it was. And I said, look, if it doesn't work, you need to know it's a version 2, and
it's not supposed to work.
It's not supposed to work. So
just don't, try it, but don't get lost in it.
And he gave me the look of, I know exactly what I'm doing. There's nothing you can tell me. No problem, buddy.
Just because we drive a Tesla doesn't mean we don't want you to be able to charge when you need to charge. That's not true at all.
And the other thing is the same thing with when we were at that mixture of version 2 and version 3, and all the version, the Ys and the 3s all came in and parked on the version 2 side. It's like, folks, charge on version 3. Adam had the best explanation. He said, you just can't tell them.
Yeah. We all start out trying to be nice, seeing if there's anything we can do, and then we find out really quick there's not, and you don't want it even if there was. Yeah, the Smithfield's barbecue hit the spot.
It did. And the supercharger was really convenient. I mean, it was like bang, bang. That was the shortest walk ever.
Yeah. So we're near Seymour Johnson Air Force Base here in Goldsboro, and Don says we've charged here before.
Yeah.
I don't remember it. It's just on the other side of the highway.
Yeah, it's like the parking lot's kind of like on the side of a hill. It's kind of got a split level.
Huh. Is it by the Cracker Barrel over there? Or?
I thought it was by Sheets or something.
Okay, well, we'll find out here in a minute. There's the Walmart over there. There's an Ollie's on this side. I just really don't remember it.
Walmart.
Yeah. You see any charging down there at the Walmart? I don't right offhand,
No,
but
I don't either.
I can't see everything.
Yeah. See what I mean? I told you. See how it's not flat.
So Sheets.
Let's see. How's she gonna do? She gonna park in that yellow square? What you think?
We seem to have gone past
Gonna
it.
go down into, pulled into the pool end. No?
Looks like we have our second successful park of the day. Wow. Oh.
Man.
And 3 out of order stalls here.
I tell you, I have to say, I know I've complained that she doesn't pull back far enough. She must have taken that to heart.
I mean, that was a little close.
That was a little close.
Yeah, we stopped in Goldsboro there at the Sheets, and
Third supercharger of the day.
yeah, we looked at stopping at Benson on the way home, but it would add another 30 minutes, and as it is, we're not going to get home till 6:30, so we're not going to do that today. Well, I don't know where Case has taken us, but we have basically come through the warehouse district, and most of the warehouses are empty.
Right.
A lot of for sale and for lease.
Yeah.
Food, Borden. I saw Borden on one of the closed up buildings. Borden milk, cheese products, food packaging plant. Starter and alternator. You know, I went past a transmission shop today, and I thought to myself,
Well, this is a starter and alternator shop.
Yep. De Leon. Yeah, I don't know exactly where. I mean, I'm sure we're going home the fastest possible way, and it's not on the highway right now.
Well, technically, I think we're on 70 business.
We're on Grantham Street, according to the big screen. But maybe that's 70 business. Franklin Baking Company, Wonder, Tasty Cake, Sunbeam, Nature's Own.
Yum.
So did it just bring us over here out the back way to then get on the highway?
I believe so.
Yep. I guess.
We're on 70 West now.
Which is also 117, which is 13. Okay.
Works for me.
But sun's hot this afternoon. Yeah, at driving speed right now, Case says it's 100. I guess I should pull up what is it at the house. That'll really be telling as to the temperature, since we're generally cooler. 97 at the house, feels like 105.
Toasty.
It's toasty. So we forgot that we still had avoid highways on. And we were going to get off of 70 West, which was not really the right answer. So we were in a left turn lane, and I turned it off, and the truck put on the right turn signal, got out of the left turn signal like it was a boss, and started back on down the road.
Yes, ma'am. Right through a yellow light like nobody's business.
Well, it started to make the maneuver before the light turned yellow. I would have not stopped either.
Well, yeah, if you're going to be bold, be bold.
So we're just cruising on 70 here, and all of a sudden Case slows up, gets in the right-hand lane, slows more than I would have thought. The guy behind us starts slowing and moving, and the next thing Don and I hear is an emergency vehicle, policeman.
A state trooper.
A state trooper. He come flying past us.
Yeah.
And I asked Don, I said, did you know what was going on, and he said no?
Not until I was moving to the shoulder, and then I heard the siren.
Yeah, I didn't know until the siren. Of course, I'm not driving, but yeah, he must have come up really fast.
Yeah, he was scooting.
And Case got us out of the way.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you, Case.
We're 15 miles from a FSD streak. I told Don to let it do whatever it's going to do and don't stop it. Well, short of a dangerous thing. And it backed us in and we're all good. Woohoo!
I'm happy. Glad to be home.
Yeah, we're tired now.
Yeah, I'm TP. I've had a hard time staying awake. Hey, did she get me something?
I did, but the deer ate on my...
Yeah, they went to
They
town.
were right out here.
Oh.
Like things I watered this morning that looked pretty.
Oh, they were luscious.
They're eating all my impatiens everywhere I got them. Well, they're suffering. Not that I know of, but I didn't walk the entire yard.
Elon shirt.
Yeah, this was...
Yes. Stephen Mark Ryan.
Yes, but it's from eBay.
Oh, but it's from eBay.
Sorry, Stephen Mark Ryan, but you're already rich. You didn't need to get rich off of me.
Wait,
don't bet against Elon. Yeah. I like it. I knew what it was. Of course, I knew what it was, but yeah.
You done good, Joe. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we got it on the second-hand market.
Second hand, that's right.